How's it going, everyone? It's our host Tremendation, followed by my fellow partner, TNT Devil. Today we're gonna be commentating I believe the Prelude Dirt Classic, the Open race for the All-Star race, and also the main, which will be here at Eldora. Really challenging racetrack, and let's go have some fun. I'm here with TNT. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on?
And here we are, Brent, the host of the commentating. Is Brent here? Okay, yeah.
I can't see yet. I'll talk.
Okay, so this is a Racing League All-Star race. We're gonna be commentating the All-Star race, followed by the Open. No, excuse me, the other way around. So yeah, we got TNT Devil. How about if you explain us how this track and how it's challenging for the driver, since now instead of concrete, we're racing to dirt.
Well, with Eldora, you have to think of it that you're not going left. You're not turning the steering wheel left. You're going to be doing some right to go left kind of type deal. The trucks, it's sadly more one groove, but I'm sure with a talented group of guys, we might be able to see some beating and banging. Maybe they might try a second groove. I know the dirt lane models is different, but with the trucks, it's more one groove. Like I said, if drivers know how to play strategy and get the setups right, they'll be able to find another groove and work their way around the freight train.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you. And we saw it maybe with the trucks. You know, you mentioned it, it's only one groove. It's really hard. But also maybe that outside lane could work. Me and Brian have experienced some drivers work that outside lane. So let's see what drivers can bring us today. So let's invite the boss, the owner of the Racing League, because he has some message for us. Give me a moment. There it is.
And I do want to say real quick before Kyle gets in here, this is going to turn into a night race. Do you think that is going to up the intensity a little bit?
I think it will, and I think there will be stages, but as TNT mentioned, it's only one groove, so it's gonna be some cars, drivers kind of desperate to make the moves, and there's the boss. Hey.
Kyle, make sure you have your party setting.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Just did now, so we should be good. Always allowed, so.
Okay, good.
What's going on, guys?
Pretty good, pretty good. Fun, yeah.
So, you have informed us before the race that you have a special announcement. Why don't you go and announce that?
Yeah, so in 2021, I decided to sign with a team that's actually going to be moving up to the Racing League next year. And I'll be teaming with Alpha Demon, which I will be signing with Peak Performance. So, guys, thank you for signing me, and let's do this next year. That'll be fun for us.
Oh yeah, we think you have a lot of potential up there with Peak Performance. Of course, Alpha going to be a championship contender next season, probably debatably the favorite for the National League Championship this year, but there's a lot of talent there. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting, definitely.
Real exciting, and
yeah, I think so. I think me and Alpha, we worked really good in other leagues, other races, so I think me and him are gonna really do and bring you guys a championship hopefully next year for the Racing League. So.
Alrighty, so.
I think that's it for me, but guys, have a great night here in the booth. Again, next year is going to be pretty interesting. We just signed 2 more drivers in Hobos and Smoke Zemon, so I think next year is going to be even stronger season for the championship, so watch out. It's going to be pretty tough.
Okay.
Alright guys, enjoy your broadcast. See you guys later.
Thank you. Have fun in the Open. So yeah. And there's the boss. We're gonna be waiting for our the Racing Open, I believe, the invites. So just stand by here, folks. Get some popcorn, so it's gonna be a long night.
I believe it's gonna be around 10 to maybe even 15 drivers in the Open.
It's gonna be so interesting.
It's gonna be interesting to see what there is. I know a few guys. If you won a race in the National League this season, you will be in the Open. So that's Alpha D-Man, Cyber's one, Brett, Ace Strikes is one. I don't know if Neutron is racing. Plus,
I don't think he's racing.
All of the guys in the Racing League that have not won this season or last season. So it's going to be a packed field for the Open. Debatably, the Open could be better than the actual All-Star race. We'll see here.
You need a lot of banging and banging. The TNT told us in the pre-race show. So let's get started with it. Last call.
So the one thing that's different in the Open and All-Star race, in comparison to any other race, not only with it being dirt and in trucks, but we're gonna see guys maybe in different manufacturers and different numbers. So that's gonna play a little bit of a different factor for a lot of us, since we're used to the same number and same manufacturer each week. So it's gonna so please bear with us if we mix up numbers and drivers, but we will definitely make sure we do the best we can and we call it the right way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's gonna be a lot of fun. That's all I'm gonna say. But I believe Alpha Demon logs himself to the main. Not entirely sure. But yeah.
We'll get a chance to look at the roster once we get in there.
Okay. Is the lobby made? Excuse me. Let me go. After a wild race at Kentucky, we expect here more of that, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Am I right, boys?
Oh yeah, and I have a question for TNT. You being a dirt guy, a dirt person, it's going to be interesting to see how the sliders are going to work. And by that I mean presets. Some people might be trying to make it as loose as possible with that 9, or maybe people might go with a 5 or 6. What do you recommend?
For me personally, I go a little bit looser and go with a 6 or a 7. Being that you're still, for me, it's still a little bit on the fast side. But because I'm used to more of the dirt late models, I can slide a little better. But with the trucks, they slide a little bit more than the late models, so that's why I go with like a 6 or 7, make a couple tweaks in terms of like tire pressures or the wedge. But but if I go 8 and 9, it gets a little out of control for me personally. But I know some guys, they want a tighter setup, but I like to get around the corners, and so I go with 6 or 7 and just make a couple adjustments depending on how far into the race and where do I sit in terms of positioning, because track position does play key into this as well.
Oh yeah, track position can be really, really important.
Especially in this track. Yeah. Okay, we can join now. The Open is about to start, folks. Here we go.
We'll see who's in the Open here. And how many people get into the main event?
The stage winners get in along with the Open winner.
I believe there's 2 fan vote winners.
Yeah, there's gonna be 2.
So yeah, the 2 fan vote people that didn't make their way in through the Open will also get in, and I believe it'll be a 10 truck all-star race later on.
Gonna be fun to
Yes,
watch
indeed.
as we're getting ready here for the All-Star race. I mean, open race, excuse me.
8 drivers here. Motorsports, Ace Strikes, Alpha D-Man, Kyle Wilford, Jocko, KD, and I think I saw Smoke Carbon. That's your 8.
Yes, indeed, and the Racing League Open is on.
So it
and
looks
Wilford
like they're doing qualifying right now by the looks of it.
qualifying.
Scroll through the field a little bit. Kyle Wilford in the
And-
off-axis machine.
Who's back
So
there?
you got Kyle Wilford. Looks like he's driving the 55.
Oh, Wilford in the wall.
55 in the off-axis.
Ace in the 66. Then we have, looks like Alpha D-Man in the NASCAR Heat Pro League number 9 truck.
White and red, yellow number.
Yep. And then looks like KD Liberty University 24. And yeah, we got Smoke Carbon in his usual Mountain Dew number 8.
Really sexy truck out there.
Now if you ask me who I like right now, Jocko is in MBN Trucks and they just did, whatever you call it, they just did Eldora with custom setups. That might give him an advantage. He's been practicing throughout the MBN race. I know presets are different than customs. I see him possibly having a good run.
I think Jocko's a good favorite. You mentioned him in the TNT Dirt Series last winter. He won the first ever race that was right here at Eldora. He got into a little bit of an incident, and on a late restart, he restarted about more towards front of the pack, and worked his way up in about a couple laps and got the win done.
It looks like qualifying is over here. Jocko wins qualifying, but let's see who gets the pole here.
And also Motorsports, who I think is going to be starting in the back. He also ran that MBN race. So those two do have more experience than these guys. But you look through the field here, KD, he won the People's Truck Series race at Eldora, I think a few seasons ago. Ace Strikes, Alpha, Cyber, they're all fast on asphalt, but it's going to be interesting to see what they can do on a little bit of dirt.
Yeah, so we will see about qualifying here.
See who got the fastest lap. It looks like KD.
It looks like we will see
KD gets the pole, followed
KD
by Alpha
on
Demon.
pole in the number 24. And then we're going to have Alpha D-Man to the outside with Ace Strikes and Jocko following up behind them.
Smoke Carbon. Yep, Smoke Carbon will run down to top 5 here for the open races. So we'll back out, and let's back out. Wait. Invite. Are there gonna be stages? Oh. $45, yeah, something like that. I sent you guys an invite, by the way. Okay, so getting ready here for the open. So let me see here. Let me open a live stream. Xfinity driver placement. What the?
Alright. I believe we'll be able to join here shortly.
Shortly, to need to get the settings in, and we'll provide you the best racing out there, folks.
TNT, you talked about Jocko, he's a favorite. Anyone else you like out in this field?
You mentioned motorsports. He's usually fast no matter where he goes. KD's the same way. So I would say, outside of Jocko, I would keep an eye on those two. But don't always count out Alpha either, being that he's a favorite championship contender in the National League, and he's been a front runner whenever he makes a TRL start this year, and looks like he'll be moving up to the TRL next year.
It's gonna be fun to watch. And how about you, Brent? Who's your pick to advance to the main here?
Well, it's going to be 3 drivers advancing. I think Jocko, we mentioned him. He has...
Okay, we can join now. Yes.
I feel like you got to watch out for Cyber.
Oh yeah.
Very similar to Alpha in that he's pretty much fast anywhere we go. KD same way, Alpha same way. The fan vote winners, I heard 20 times as many votes as everyone else does.
Man.
So, we'll see how that goes, but I'm picking Jocko, KD, and I'm gonna go with Cyber to all advance.
Alright, good picks, good picks.
I'm gonna go with Jocko, KD, and the third one, I'm not 100% sure. I might have to go with Ace on this one, but like I said, you can't count out Alpha, as it looks like we're going green here.
Yeah, green flag is out, KD with a jump.
And once again, we're going to see some different grooves here worked out early on.
And I want to point out that KD's lap time for qualifying was a whole 1/10 of a second faster in Alpha. So he might be a little bit of an advantage here.
Well, it's looking like KD's taking off with the lead, but there's a side-by-side battle for a bit there with Ace and Alpha, and it looks like Alpha's starting to lose ground there.
Yeah, here comes Jocko trying to take that third spot away from Alpha. I mean, yeah, third place away. So here they come.
Back to KD just for 1 second. He was the only driver to hit a 19.4 in qualifying. Everyone else either hit a 19.5 or slower. I don't think anyone though was slower than a 19.7. So very competitive field here.
Yes, we can see that
for sure. And it looks like Alpha finally starting to gain ground, but as you said earlier, Cyber looking like he may use that second groove there in that 88, because he's been running a little bit higher than what everyone else has been running.
And now KD has separated himself from the pack behind him. The only second truck closer to 66 of Ace.
Here comes the 54 of
Jocko.
Jocko, trying to make something work on the bottom. But again, Cyber in that 88 truck, trying to make the outside groove kick in.
And I believe 3 laps to go in the stage number 1
and Cyber
here.
into the wall.
Jocko
and that opens a door for Carbon.
Carbon here.
Yeah, there's Carbon right there.
And Wolfred in the background spins around.
Oh man, no.
He'll keep it straight.
Not the night he wanted to have.
He's alright, it's only stage 1, he can come back from that, no damage. Right now, Ace is looking like he's catching KD, but I think KD is going to easily win this stage.
KD looking like he will take the stage win, but we can't count any of these guys out, as he just nicked the wall coming off turn 4, but didn't seem like to affect him that much. But you can't look much farther behind, because that 66 of Ace trying to reel in, but Alpha's trying to reel in the 66.
And it looks like KD will
spot.
advance himself to the main here, as he's the winner of stage number 1.
And it looks like we may have a yellow, or the stage may have ended.
Yeah, the stage ended here. Stage win goes to KD, that he advances himself to the main here at Eldora.
I feel like all of us predicted that right. So KD will be moving on to the All-Star race. A late addition to the series. His first race was Charlotte just a few weeks ago. I think he finished 3rd there. He ran out of fuel a few weeks ago at Michigan, but advances himself into the All-Star race.
Yeah, good run for him as we're getting ready for stage number 2 here. Okay. Now it's going to be Ace and Alpha in the front row. And the second open race is on.
See Alpha working that high lane. He kind of gets a run off the corner and he's there.
Here comes Jocko way to the inside.
Alpha got in the wall a little bit.
Now Ace strikes to the point here. Now here comes Jocko to the inside. Followed by Cyber.
Jocko's there. But Alpha gets those good runs off turns 1, off of turns 2, and off of turn 4. Could he clear Jocko?
Oh, there's been a contact between second place Jocko and Alpha.
And I want to point something out. Ace is running a little bit different line than KD ran. KD was trying to go all the way down to that bottom. Ace is kind of working that middle lane.
Yeah, it's working perfectly for him. I think a truck in the wall back there. Not sure who it was.
May have been Wilfred. He keeps it clean. Looks like.
Here comes Jocko for second.
A little bit. There's Jocko for second.
Yeah, Ace may have this stage in the back here as he's run up, pulling away. Let's see how many laps.
To the inside, he's there. Just can't get the pass done. Like I think it was Taz just said it earlier, track position really being key here. Ace start up front, on the inside, on the pole for the restart.
Oh, contact between Jocko and Alpha.
Whoa!
Oh, he puts him in the wall!
He puts him in the wall!
So now, I believe 4 laps to go. Now Jocko makes himself to second as Carbon up to 3rd.
Contact with the 88 as well.
There we go. Somehow lost you guys for a second there, but anyways. And it looks like Aces might be taking off with this one.
Jocko's coming a little bit. With how short the stages are, though, I think Ace is pretty safe.
Yes, indeed. We're coming to the final 2 laps to go of
Ace
second
can
race.
keep his nose clean, he will have the stage win and get into the All-Star race. But Jocko right behind him in that 54.
54, Natalie Decker Machine coming to 1 to go this time in the stage. I don't think Jocko can get to him right now.
No, he won't, but he has a preferred lane
it will be interesting
stage
to
3.
see how this final stage will play, because Carbon's right there knocking on the door here. But unfortunately, looks like it's going to be too little too late.
And out of turn number 4, Ace strikes will advance himself to the main. He spins. It's only one more stage and the 2 fan boats after this.
He advances to the All-Star race. Ace Strikes came into the league after, I believe, Atlanta National League. I'm not sure where he finished. But it's going to be interesting to see, out of these 5, who is going to be able to advance. The 54, I think, has the best car out of all of them, but Carbon was coming towards the end of that stage. And Alpha's also strong.
I think it's going to come down to who will have the better start and who can pull away off the first 2 turns. It seems like whoever gets the advantage off turn 2 has been getting the job done.
As here we come to the restart, Jocko and Cyber side by side, green flag for stage 3.
And looks like Green's back out for the final stage.
Jocko starting on pole for that restart and is paying dividends here.
But Cyber's not letting him go easy as Carbon and Alpha battle side by side for the 3rd position through 3 and 4.
Oh, contact between Carbon and Alpha, I believe that there. More contact! Oh, Carbon is around! Carbon around!
Whoa!
Carbon in the 8! We were looking at him to be a contender to get into the All-Star race, and now he may not look.
No caution.
It is huge, and he's gonna have to hope for that All-Star fan vote to get into the All-Star race.
Yes, indeed. But Cyber all over the back bumper of the 54 machine of Jocko.
It kind of looked like Carbon just turned dead right on the 9.
On the Alpha, yeah.
It did. But meanwhile, back up towards the front, Cyber knocking on the door of Jocko in the 50.
A 54 machine. Yeah, it looks like Cyber is using that middle lane. Well, somewhat of the middle lane, but not super low as Jocko does.
That 88, I think, is a little bit faster. He's being patient.
He's looking like that outside groove, like I said earlier. If you get the setups right, you can use the outer groove on the track. And it looks like Cyber may have just found it.
And it looks like they're going to be side by side here in the first straightaway coming to turn number 1.
He's inching closer and closer.
Jocko's he's trying to keep the momentum on the bottom, but I don't know. Cyber might have something for him here in the final laps.
Yeah, Cyber is getting those runs, exiting the corners. Still not enough though.
An update on the fan vote with Ace winning, making his way into the open. That is, his fan vote doesn't exist. I believe the next guy up is Carbon, so that's gonna be big. The 88 losing a little bit of ground.
A little bit of ground, yes indeed, but he's coming
Jocko's
back at
still
it.
holding his line. Cyber may have bobbled just a bit to lose that momentum he had. But these two can't make much contact because if you look a little bit farther back, that number 9 of Alpha, he's right there all by himself.
Keep in mind that number 9 was in the wall just about 10 laps ago.
Oh, here comes
He's
Cyber
trying
to the
run down the
inside.
top 2.
He slides up.
Oh, I think he got way too loose there. He's going to lose more ground.
Jocko is going right now. He's pushing it as hard as he can, but so is that 88.
We'll see how it goes through 3 and 4, and it seems like Jocko keeping his nose clean. Gonna hold off Cyber in the 88.
The laps are winding down. What could Cyber possibly do to advance
But
to the
Cyber's
main?
not giving up without a fight.
I think the bumper might be necessary.
Oh, here comes to the
Here he
inside.
Oh, he's gonna take a nosedive. Just had to back off there.
He thought about it, but he
Like,
thought better of it.
could have been awful there. But good thinking.
We thought Cyber had the outside groove going, but it seemed like he may have bobbled up. Now he's going to try to see if a small, clean bump and run will get it done for him.
So I believe we're coming to the final 5 laps to go here. The final stage.
He's trying it again in turn 1.
It really looks like Cyber is the fastest truck out there, but can't get it done.
He's being patient.
He might try that second groove again because he had the look for it in 3 and 4 that time.
3 laps to go here.
Jocko may have got a little bit loose off the corner. Trent said 3 laps to go.
Coming to 2 here, folks. What could possibly happen?
Keep in mind, Alpha's right behind. A little bit farther ways back, but he's within decent striking range if something happens between these top 2.
Here comes Cyber.
Oh!
Oh, look
He
at this
sent
one.
it this time by white flag.
I think he may have sent it too early there.
He did, and
Yeah,
it
he
looks
did.
like Jocko may have.
Matt got
Looks
it,
like
yeah.
Jocko will be getting into the All-Star race.
Jocko gets into the All-Star race. Cyber had a shot, and he sent it in the final corner, but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't
Jocko
enough.
making his way into the All-Star race.
Now let's see who's gonna advance from the
Now the
fan
question's
vote.
going to be I think it was 2 fan votes, or
Yes.
was it 1?
2.
2 fan votes. I think Corbin might get the fan vote, but I don't want to confirm that. We'll get confirmation from that here in a little bit.
We got our open races out of the way. Now let's see who's gonna advance with the fan vote. It's Jocko with the fastest lap at the moment.
Yeah, Jocko with the fastest lap. He got a 4.
Trying to see where we can find our fan vote here.
Fan vote, by the way, consisted of about like 20 drivers. So
And so East was locked in by a stage win. So it is looking like Carbon gets in along with Neutron didn't make it, so that could mean Alpha would be the next one to get in.
Alpha and Carbon. That should be a total of around 10 drivers around Eldora Speedway.
So Taz can't hear me. There's technical issue there.
Taz, maybe try and leave the party, then join back.
Yep, there he goes.
Anyway, we should be getting the show rolling around a 10-minute break, I think. A little bit long, but we'll be back at it soon. Next week we'll be back to points racing. I believe the
Do I hear Trem now?
National League is
Hi.
headed to Iowa.
Oh, hey, I can actually hear you again.
Headed to Iowa.
Giving me a lot of fun. As the national point standings really shaked a lot. I believe Cyber's in second place in points, followed by Ace. So it's gonna be fun to see who's gonna be the champion.
But the interesting thing is for the Racing League, they're going to be heading to Dover next week. National League, I said, heading to Iowa. Racing League, they're heading to Dover, the Concrete Canyon, the Monster Mile, all the types of names. Going to be sticking around 100 laps around there, and it could get chaotic. The speeds are intense, the track is small, and the tempers could fly.
Yes, indeed. Just don't let the monster catch you.
Alright, so we officially have the All-Star Race starting lineup. The first 5 got were randomly drawn into their positions, and then it was the next 3 in the order of how they got in from the All-Star Open, and then the fan vote drivers got in behind them to bring up the rear. So our lineup is going to be BKR with Motorsports on the front row. Mateo and Blue Jimmy will bring up row 2. KD and Ace makes up row 3. Jocko and Cyber will make row 4, and then Carbon and Alpha make up row 5.
So that it's up that Carbon won the fan vote.
Carbon won the fan vote, and being that Jimmy Neutron did not make the call tonight, Alpha got the next fan vote spot in.
So 10 drivers in the All-Star race. They're fighting for money, I believe, so that's gonna be pretty intense.
Oh yeah, $20 for each stage and $60 for the All-Star race winner.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, Let's see how the drivers get aggressive.
Well, if the drivers play it smart early going, I know there's money on the line, but if the drivers play it smart, they will. They'll play it patiently early on. They might be a little aggressive towards the end of the stage, but obviously when we get to stage 3, there might be more aggression, and everyone's gonna start beating and banging and go for that big prize.
It's gonna be interesting how it plays out. So I believe this is our first time with a 3-man booth. So let's see how that turns out. Really glad that we are here. Thank you, Taz, for being out here with us. It's gonna be fun. So I think Brent said, oh wait, Kyle jump into the booth with us. So it's gonna make a 4-man booth. Let's see how that turns out. Brent, he's not talking. Hi. There, I invited him.
Alright, let me suggest Kyle in. And you guys do the rest.
Alright, hold on.
When let me jump into a stream here. Hi. Okay, so the timer is coming down. Let's see what this driver's put a show for us. Din 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 din. Y'all can join, by the way.
Awesome.
Here we go for the Racing League All-Star Race presented by Off Access Paint. Let's see what happens.
Go.
Yeah,
Hey.
10 truck field.
I need an invite.
Hold on. Sherm, are you in?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, hold on.
As here we go for the All-Star Race. BKR, and I believe Motorsports on the front row. Green flag, and the Racing League All-Star Race is on. It
Guys,
was-
are you in, or do you need an invite?
I need invite. I don't have anything.
Okay, hold on.
uh,
I can do that. 1 second.
Okay.
Sherm, you call it.
okay.
Over the
As BKR is going to lead the first lap, but Motorsports is right all over the back bumper of the number 2 machine.
Oh, Motorsports touches BKR right there. Going to turn 1.
Indeed, Motorsports really aggressive early on in the stage. Don't forget, here comes Mateo with Blue Jimmy in 4th. But BKR sails away with the lead.
I want to point out that BKR, Motorsports, Jocko, Mateo, KD, and a few others, they ran the NBN truck race Friday, so they have a little bit of experience. Especially KD, who won the first open stage. I think that he's not picked to win for this. I think he's going to pull off a little bit of an upset here.
Yeah, my
Indeed.
pick for tonight is actually going to be BKR. He's last year's All-Star winner, and also for tonight, I expect him to be up front most of the race.
My pick is going to be Blue Jimmy. Why not go 3 for 3 here? See, I believe he won Charlotte and Michigan, so why not the All-Star race?
My pick. I might have to go with BKR. Always a strong competitor each and every week when he races, and he's got the best track position out there, so you can't go wrong with him right there.
As we saw right there, Blue Jimmy going for 3rd. Mateo went high. So I believe Carmen hits the wall back there. But BKR still up front here at the All-Star race.
Mateo trying to knock on the door of Blue Jimmy, but Jimmy holding strong at the moment. But here he comes onto the inside, can't get a run, but Ace strikes in the 66, trying to get around the 19.
One thing about racing during the open, I can tell you that this track is basically a one-go track, so these guys were having a lot of issues trying to pass each other.
Well, we noticed in the open, you mentioned that, Kyle, and is that the 88 was getting the outside groove to work, but I think he may have gotten loose or something and lost momentum.
Indeed.
It still looks. Go ahead.
BKR pulling away just a little bit. The 57 of Motorsports, he's right there, and we might want to look in on this battle. The 36 of Blue Jimmy is right there, all over his back bumper. Touches the wall.
Touches the wall.
Bit.
And I'm actually watching a really good.
Going.
I'm actually watching a really good battle between KD and Ace right now. And Ace takes him to the high side on KD.
KD trying not to take him out, but look who's knocking on KD's door right now is a 54 of Jocko. We could see a 3 wide here. Oh, Jocko was thinking of it.
Yeah, almost 3 wide there.
Oh, KD got to the wall.
Nah, the 66 got
Here comes
into the wall.
Jocko.
And here comes Jocko to the inside, looking to
He's
take the
gonna-
position away.
Yeah, he's going to take the spot away.
And KD tags the wall again.
Yeah, these three are racing really aggressive right now with about 5 laps to go or so.
And BKR is starting to walk away, but here comes Blue Jimmy getting on to Motorsports once again. Going to turns 1 and 2. Gonna see if he can find a way to get around for second.
Like I said, that MBN experience from Friday is kind of paying off for BKR Motorsports and a few others who did race that race. Blue Jimmy, I don't know if he can pass him, but you know dang well he's going to try his hardest.
Well, they can't make too much of a mistake or take each other out, because right there in fourth is the 19 of Mateo, who's not too far behind. Was playing safe and gapping himself between him and the battle for second.
Yes, indeed. There's 4 laps to go.
While watching
Here.
the screen of Carbon and Alpha, Carbon got into the wall and Alpha slammed in the back of him, in the back of the pack.
These two had a little bit of something in the open. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but it looked like Carbon just turned dead right on Alpha. But I think they're fine now.
Yes, I believe 2 laps to go this time by for BKR in stage 1.
Looking to become 20 bucks richer as he comes off corner number 2 and trying to keep his line right now.
And he's running some perfect lines, perfect laps right now, no mistakes whatsoever. He's going to be 20 bucks richer here in about 10 seconds.
Well, we just saw, I believe Jimmy might have tagged the wall in the 36 off turn 4, but meanwhile off turn 4, it's going to be BKR picking up the stage win and becoming 20 bucks richer at least.
Definitely congratulations to BKR today for winning that first stage and that $20 richer.
Really dominant performance for BKR here in stage number 1.
And it's going to be interesting to see if drivers hit. I know track position is very important, but drivers might be possibly wanting to get setups in. So what do you want? A better handling car, how you want it, or track position?
Well, for me personally, I understand money's on the line, but maybe for some of these drivers who want to think the bigger picture, they might want to do the adjustments. It might pay off in the longer run anyway.
So we're getting ready for stage number 2 here. As once again, BKR and Motorsports.
I think most drivers did hit there.
And green flag is back out for stage 2.
Stage 2 is underway. Side by side, Motorsports and BKR here in the back straightaway.
This is the best start the outside lane has gotten in a
And
while.
contact towards the back with KD. And the
Still
24
side by
with
side.
Ace. Motorsports with the advantage out of turn number 1 here. But here comes BKR strong into the inside.
There we go. Motorsports getting that
Contact.
outside groove. I've
They're door banging.
I've been saying all along that outside groove can kick in if you know what you're doing. It looks like Motorsports might have made the right adjustments here.
He's there.
Here comes Blue Jimmy to the picture now.
Blue Jimmy
Wide.
trying to thread the needle, but he's going to try to go on the bottom and set things otherwise.
KD coming for that 3rd place position. He dives into the inside contact.
Oh, there he goes.
Here we go, 2 by 2 amongst the top 4. Motorsports still holding the outside.
Motorsports has hugged that outside a lot. Oh, excuse me there, Tess.
No, you're good right there, but Blue Jimmy trying to draft with him behind him. And Jimmy holds off KD, as KD's now to the 4th position.
It
But the battle
seems
for
like is the 57 kind of dying off from the outside lane, but he's still there. He's the only one right now that's really working that and making it work good. Cyber, we saw him working the open a little bit, but Motorsports is working it real well right now.
Motorsports had the lead by about a corner panel going into turn 3, and he might have it this time. He just led that lap.
He
led the
barely
lap.
got it. Here comes Blue Jimmy to the inside of BKR. 3 wide.
3 wide.
3 wide. Jimmy trying to make the bottom. BKR
Here goes
trying to
KD
squeeze
though.
through the middle.
KD nearly 4 wide. Mateo sliding up the track.
So now BKR with the advantage.
Motorsports might be losing the edge on the top side, but I don't want to count out that drive he's had this entire stage on the outside. And they're nose to tail amongst the top 4. Make it 5.
Jocko to the mix here in 5th position now. Oh, Motorsports kind of took some action there, excuse me.
KD knocking on the door, looking underneath, blew Jimmy off corner number 2.
Motorsports, it looks like he dives it down the corner a little bit more than BKR.
Jimmy's right there in contact again, but we stay straight and clean. But Jocko going to be knocking on the door of KD here momentarily.
That's Blue Jimmy all over the back bumper of the 57 machine of Motorsports. As he looks to the inside.
BKR.
Yeah, BKR's loving this right now. Keep battling, man. I believe.
But BKR knows he can't make a mistake. Even though there's a battle behind him, he can't make a mistake because he knows if he does, those Jimmy and Motorsports will be right there, and he could cause an accident if he makes a little bit of a mistake here.
One thing I do know about BKR is he's rare to make a mistake, but yeah, if that mistake happens, everybody else will be right on his tail.
And on the corner panel of the 57 is Blue Jimmy into turns 1 and 2 that time.
And Mateo not having the run he wanted to have. Started 4th, I believe, and now he's almost at the end of the pack.
Here comes Jimmy to the inside of turns 1 and 2 for the 57 of Motorsports, looking for the second spot.
A little bit of contact there, but KD is coming in quick, boys.
Here he comes from the 4th spot, trying to make it work. I don't know. Jimmy holds him off for now.
Jimmy does hold him off, but BKR dominant performance right now.
And behind them, the 54 of Jocko, right there with KD.
Yeah, excuse me, Jocko over the back bump to the 24 machine of KD. Let's see what happens with that battle.
Blue Jimmy's trying to get past Motorsports, but Motorsports keeps taking the low line, and it's really hard for him to really get past the Jimmy.
Yeah. That's,
it seems like Motorsports can run whatever line he wants, and it's been working. And unfortunately for Jimmy, he just can't find the way around him.
Oh, here he comes to the inside.
And I think Motorsports tagged the wall on the inside of turn 3, which may have cost him here.
Here comes
Jimmy
with
takes
Jimmy.
over
Oh, the crossover.
Crossover.
Crossover side by side entering turn number 3.
We have a side-by-side battle towards a little bit farther back into the pack. The 19 of Mateo and the 66 of Ace.
Into the wall goes a 36 just a little bit, but KD's there, trying to nearly 3 wide there, and he's there if they make a mistake.
But these two are battling and letting Blue Jimmy BKR escape from them and taking a longer...
Oh, contact!
Oh, contact!
Motorsports!
Motorsports falling back. He'll lose 2 spots in the process. But Jocko's on the back bumper. But here comes KD underneath Blue Jimmy going to the turn number 3.
KD looking to that second spot.
I don't know how that 57 truck saved that one. That was impressive.
2 laps to go right here.
And BKR looking to add more money into his bank. And that number 2 machine.
So the white flag in station number 2. A dominant performance, as Brent and I like to call him, the teacher of today's race. Led almost the whole laps here, stage 1 and 2.
Teaching the field, putting on a whole lesson. I don't know if he planned it, but BKR, going to go ahead and win stage 2.
Okay, so 2 stages in the books. Who's now your picks, guys?
I don't want to shy. I'm still going with BKR, but you guys can't not count out Blue Jimmy and KD. They've been right there, but the battles they've put on, along with Motorsports, may have been costing them to get a shot at the win.
The easy favorite, and I think everyone can agree, is BKR, but I'm telling you, if Motorsports can get that outside lane working, and he has, I think, I don't know if BKR can handle him.
You might be right there, because in Motorsports, I believe he crossed the line in 4th, so if he gets that outside lane to work and gets maybe a little bit of a bump draft on the start for stage 3, we might see the outside lane kick in.
And everybody from 6th on back has pitted, so we'll see how that works for them.
Okie dokie. So stage 3, final stage. Who's gonna take the money home?
Starting off in turns 1 and 2, BKR trying to use that inside lane to his advantage, but KD and Motorsports still using the outside lane, but right now he has to check up because Jimmy's not making the outside lane work.
No, he is. He's right there.
He's right there.
Now he got the run off 4, but off turn 2, it didn't seem like he had it.
He went high.
Oh, I think he hit the wall. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he went a little too high there, but now he's right behind him trying to tag him. But no,
Oh, here comes KD to the inside. Not quite. Still in 3rd place.
This is helping BKR a ton. But Blue Jimmy's still there. Dives it down the corner.
He really dived it in there.
Jocko underneath Motorsports for a second there, going into turn number 3. Motorsports, let's hope he didn't lose a lot of momentum, but he might be here. And the 19 Mateo go way up on the top side.
Way up to the top side. Now KD looking for 2nd, not quite. Gonna slid up there.
It seems like
Blue Jimmy. Go ahead, Brian.
It seems like KD is diving it down the corners a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's helping him on entry, but that's killing him on exit.
Blue Jimmy in the 36. He's right there on the bumper. He might try the outside here on BKR going to turn number 1. And
Oh,
he's right
stack
there,
up, stack
Robin.
up!
And here we go, 3 wide off turn number 2.
Wide. The 2 has the advantage.
Here comes Motorsports to the inside.
Motorsports
KD
wants to make it a
sends
long
it.
truck battle. Contact with KD and Jimmy.
Now KD looking for that 1st spot. Motorsports back to the picture here. Up to 3rd.
Jimmy goes from battling to 1st to now he's back to 4th to try to. Now he's got to work his way back up as he looks underneath the 57 of Motorsports as both of them are looking in front of them between KD and BKR.
KD and BKR nose to tail. A little bit of contact, I believe.
Not clear, not clear.
Oh,
KD
he's still coming
BKR
down.
at the corner panel, letting him know that he's still there.
And KD takes the lead. How
That
about that
was
on
impressive.
outside?
Like I said in the pre-race, the first 2 stages they may have played it safely, probably saved it for the last few laps of the stages, but when stage 3 came, you had to expect more.
Oh, BKR's there
aggression.
though.
The intensity.
Oh,
there.
contact!
Oh, KD keeps it straight.
Keeps it
That's
straight,
some
but
great rates right there.
BKR all over the
know.
back bumper, that 24 machine.
Oh!
It's
BKR
tied
is
racing.
not meaning to do that. BKR is not meaning to do that. It's just the line he's running.
BKR trying to keep the line he knows is working, that he's used all race long, but KD has responded to every move the BKR has made.
As I believe Motorsports just put Blue Jim in the wall there in the first straightaway.
Well, that opened the door for the new driver in the 5th position. That's Mateo, who's trying to see if he can get around the 36 of Jimmy. He's getting closer to the bumper, but we know Jimmy, anytime he's lost ground, he's made up for it.
Yeah, it looks like
pulling
the-
away just a slight bit, but BKR is still there. And the 57 is in striking distance if something happens.
I think if Motorsports can keep the distance between him and Jimmy, but Jimmy, you know, like I said earlier, he will gain any ground that he lost. And it looks like Alpha's starting to work his way up through the field. He's now up to 6, he's going to be looking for 6 around the 54 of Jocko on the outside.
Yeah, Alpha is being very quiet right now. He's waiting for that right opportunity to start fully moving up. I do feel like if there's another caution comes out, he definitely can be out there. But oh, Katie got a little loose there.
Katie a little bit loose here in the front straightaway, but BKR once again all over the back bumper though.
All over the back bumper.
And we spoke of Alpha earlier. Alpha is using the outside lane here, guys. He's taking it one groove higher than most of these other drivers, and he's making it work.
Oh, BKR there!
And here comes BKR.
He touches him in the back, but he's still trying to get around him. He just needs Katie to move just a hair to make that.
Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy to the inside of Motorsports for the 3rd position.
Oh, here comes BKR contact!
Contact towards the back of the pack there, too. Everyone stays straight.
Side by side, entering turn number 1. KD with the advantage!
BKR right there, KD holding them off.
He they keep pedaling like this. Oh, I think BKR is in the
BKR
wall.
contacts the wall.
You know, I think he may have hit a glitch in the wall there.
But he keeps it straight.
How many?
By 9.
9? Oh, Jesus. It's coming down to the wire, boys. If
Here
they
we
keep
go.
battling, Motorsports and Blue Team, we may have a shot here.
9 to go. We'll see how this goes. BKR trying to answer and get the sweep. But KD been a strong competitor all night.
You might need to boot him out of the way here if he wants
The
to
bump
get
and
this.
run.
Way to
Jimmy's
go.
right there in the bumper of Motorsports further on back.
If
But
Motorsports and Blue
Motorsports got the
Team,
better run off the corner.
if they want to have a chance,
BKR gets the run.
they don't need a fight, but BKR and KD bumper there from BKR to KD.
He's poking that back bumper saying, hey, you gotta move, bro.
Here it comes.
You gotta move.
Here we go. The inside lane opens up a bit. Just goes for
Yeah.
BKR. But what does KD
Oh,
say?
more contact!
Sideways.
Oh, he nearly
We still
caught
keep
him.
it straight.
I believe 7 to
BKR's
go.
lost some momentum there.
I think the
But he's going to gain
impatience.
it back. He's going to gain it back here. And Jimmy's on the bumper of Motorsports behind them. So if these two mess up, Motorsports and Jimmy will be right there.
I believe that BKR and impatience have gone over. I believe it's going to be a cent or nothing here.
You have to remember $60 on the line for the stage 3 here.
BKR wins this, that's gonna be make him $100 richer to include the stages.
That's why BKR is driving very aggressively, trying to get past KD, but KD is really doing his job to hold him off as of right this second.
And it turns 1 and 2. Here comes BKR on the bumper of KD. He's looking underneath in turn 3. He has to back out.
Oh
of it.
no, he's gonna get turned! He's gonna get turned! Motorsports, I think, is also
Into
winning.
the wall.
And caution!
Caution
is
has come out!
Oh no!
This changes everything.
This does change everything.
He just got turned!
Oh boy, this is gonna get messy here, boys.
And I believe this might take us into overtime.
This might be our overtime race right here.
I think the caution came out with around 5 to go. It's gonna be either 3 or 2 to go around.
And word from the drivers, Alpha, who was making his way up, must be a little loose and can't make his way up here. But we'll see how things go.
Yep, this is overtime, people. This is overtime.
Here we go. Green, white, checker to the finish. Who's
Moving
gonna
to get
take it all?
Overtime.
And green flags in the air.
Here we go. Motorsports. KD. Here they come.
BKR moves back to fourth.
Oh, more comes in behind him.
Jimmy's gonna shut the door going into turn number 3.
Oh no!
Here they all come. KD to the lead.
Motorsports.
White flag. Presented by
Motorsports has the
Offensive
outside
Paint.
momentum though. Through 1 and 2.
Gonna be working that outside lane. Blue Jimmy's there. Could he
It
send
looks-
it in the corner?
looks like KD's got big time
Has the
loose.
outside advantage of corner number 2. Through 3 and 4. He'll stay high. Is it gonna be KD or Motorsports?
And
It's
out
gonna
of
be
power.
Motorsports.
No, he goes, but KD wins it. KD
KD
wins it.
Is your winner.
Wow.
He won the first stage in the Open. He won from the Open. And he wins the All-Star race. $60
How
richer
about
for
that?
KD.
Good racing, boys. Good racing. Now let's invite the winners. The winner. Yeah, the winner. The winner, excuse me. So, I believe it was KD, Motorsports, and Blue Jimmy. Alrighty.
Let's get some BKR in there since he won the first 2 stages and see what we got from them.
Blue Jimmy. Give me a moment here, folks. Oh, KD's not on F. Motorsports. There we go. Oh, I forgot BKR. Oops. I had one job. Yeah. My only one job and I screw it up. Okay, there we go. And there it is, your winner. Hi.
So take us through your race there. I think you started at the back, made your way up, and the final stage, final restart, that went crazy for you. How'd you do it?
Now, you mentioned Motorsports being on your outside there. On that final restart, knowing how well Motorsports has ran the outside line for a good portion of that race, was there any worry that he may have the advantage over you at any point during that race?
Katie, you've been in this league for 3 races now. How does it feel to finally be able to call yourself a winner here in Racing League? Anybody got any other questions for Katie?
Well, Katie, congratulations. You're now $60 richer.
We'll go to our second place driver, Motorsports. I'll tell you what, it seemed like you were the only driver that could make that outside lane work. Take us through your race there.
Yeah, it's hard to stay with BKR and AD when they got in front of us. But that was after the first stage. With the second stage, me and BKR ran for like 8 laps beside each other. That was fun. I knew I could run up there. You got to run it just right. You got to run close enough to the person under you to run it right. And I give it to BKR. He didn't hit me or anything. Raced it out. But I knew I wasn't the fastest, but I'm pretty decent at third. I'm glad to finish second. Congratulations to KD.
Now, Motorsports, you had a line that we saw in the Open with Cyber, that Cyber tried to make work, but he really couldn't. But it seemed like you did. What? I don't know if you saw the Open and saw Cyber. What do you think you did different that made it work versus how Cyber? And if there was anyone that wanted to know how to make the second groove work, what would you suggest to them?
Well, it mainly works on the restart. You got to get a good restart and pull just ahead just a little bit and keep that person down. But you got to trust that person that's under you to not hit you to keep the momentum going. I could have probably got in front of BKR, but I didn't want to chance it. Oh, I mean, it's not hard to do. Just got to hit that line just perfect.
Motorsports, I got a good question for you. I know, after last year's debacle, how do you think this race went compared to last year?
I think it went perfect this year. I hope I made it exciting, but at least those 8 laps.
Definitely exciting, man. I think you guys put on a hell of a show for the fans today.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your second place. I think we'll go to our third place driver, Blue Jimmy. You were up toward the front, all over Motorsports back bumper there in a few of the stages. Take us through your race there.
I mean, outdoor is not really my best track to be. Is really not my strong suit. Dirt racing is really not my strong suit whatsoever, especially on the Heat series. GT Sports somehow I'm actually relatively okay over there, but that's two completely different games. So I'm not. Yeah. So I tried at times. I mean, me and Motorsports, we were catching, but then I tried to honestly hit the go switch and try to make that pass. It just didn't work out. It just didn't work out for me. But those two were battling hard in the end. The last stage, I think I hit the wall once, or I think I might have washed up the track a little bit, and that would probably cost me some valuable time there. So, and my sister won't shut up across the room. But anyway, overall solid race. It's I really wish I thought we were honestly going to have something for. I honestly thought we were going to have something for BKR in the end there. Try to get some of that money because. But it's good to know that. But it's honestly good to know that that I'll still be getting paid this month by YouTube. So it's not all. So it's not a total loss tonight. But I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with all the guys from National for both Cup and National coming together. Yeah, so really fun way for an all-star race. Hopefully, looking forward to many of these more in the future. And yeah, cannot wait for. I can't wait to get back on the rail thing when we hit Dover next week. So yeah, third place. Overall solid night. I wish it could have been a little better, but we'll take it. We'll move on to Dover.
Well, congratulations, third place finish, and we'll see you next week for Dover.
Thank you,
You're
buddy.
welcome.
We will interview our fourth place driver, and I think the last interview we'll do. BKR, you are, first of all, you're $40 richer, won both the stages. And something happened with KD there. Once you lost the lead, you were all over KD's bumper. It felt like you did indeed have the best car. It kind of got stuck back in traffic. How you feeling?
I don't even know. Mad. A little, but you still get $40. So I mean, it's a win. It's not a total loss. It's a win loss, I guess you could say. It was fun. While it lasted. Till I got wrecked. Yeah. Then I don't know. Just the second stage, motorsports was strong in the outside. I didn't want to wash into them, so I raced it clean, and I got out ahead, and I started pulling away. Then that third stage, Blue Jimmy he got a really good run off of 4, and I tried to throw him off guard and enter too low, and then the physics of the game and the servers and just on his screen, or on my screen at least, his truck hit my truck and it kind of sent me sideways. I had to save it because I hit the wall, and then KD got to the lead there, and I was just trying to make a mistake, and you know, I sent it in a couple times. The first time it's stuck pretty well, and I got into his bumper, and that's the thing with the netcode. It's so annoying because you never know. You have to judge it so differently than you would, you know, in an offline race, because there's always these types of bubbles around the truck or car, and on their screen it looks like they're fine, but for you, on your end, it just sends you around, and that's what happened the first time. So I got a little loose. I had to check up, get back in the rhythm, and I got back to make another move. This one was really close. He still got the run off the corner though, and the final time just kind of spun me like a bottle cap. It's gone. On his screen he was fine, but because I sent it, I was trying to be really aggressive. There's only a few laps left, and I knew if I could get out front, maybe I could inch away enough to where he couldn't make a move, because you're basically full throttle. So I don't know. His screen he was fine, but mine's it wasn't, and I told him that, and I'm like, because the first 2 times, you know, he hit me and he didn't know because his screen doesn't say it doesn't show it. It's just on my screen it did, and the final time spun me around. I lost a few spots. Caution came out, so I was like, well, at this point restarting 4th is not helping. 2 laps to go. Not only was it hard to pass, it was just a lot of guys making aggressive, sending it, especially Jocko, which I tried to cut him off, but I got to run off of 2, but it was already too late. It was just Katie and Motorsports side by side. But 4th place it means nothing to me, because no matter where you finish, it doesn't matter as long as you won a stage or the race. That's all that counts. And I won 2 stages, I get $40, I'll take it. But I mean, still disappointed that I got wrecked. I mean, it wasn't his fault, it's just stupid netcode.
Now, you mentioned that KD had the run in the coming off the corner. Going in, you seemed to have the run. Was there anything maybe you could have done a little different, obviously without completely ruining KD's race, that maybe you could have snuck in underneath him going into the corner, then try to sneak in for that win next time? Or
I was trying to race everybody with the same respect that you should. I didn't want to race dirty because I know how people get with money. They get all dirty and stuff, and I didn't want to be that guy. So I guess I stood out in that manner because I didn't try to move a lot of people. Like Motorsports said, you know, I gave him room when he was on the top side, just because, you know, that's not how you're supposed to race. When a guy's on your outside, you're not supposed to just drive it into the corner and slam him just to get around him. You know, unless you have a rivalry, that's whatever. But I mean, I'm cool with all these guys. There's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna be that guy that races like a dick for money just because it's on the line. But I had speed to win all $100. But I mean, it's just that code, like I said, it's just a misjudgment of the bubble, and I got the shit under the stick. But I still won the first 2 stages, so I'll take it.
Yeah, really good performance by you. So yeah, $80 richer. That's nice. That's nice. Anything else, boys?
That was a fun night.
Really fun. Yeah.
It was definitely a fun night.
Yeah. I think that'll be it. Grab lunch, close it out.
Alrighty, well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you next week, I believe, for Dover in the Racing League. Now, this race is for points, so it's gonna be somewhat chaotic. I think it's gonna be me and Brent on the call. Any last words, guys?
That was a fun race and fun to call some races with the iconic duo of Brent and Trem. Hopefully we can make it happen sometime soon again.
Thank you for being in the booth with us. Really appreciate it. I say Romance Racing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.